Yo, the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC just came out with a new event, the epilogue to the entire game. This series has had 5 parts, with this being the 6th, which, by the way, there will be a compilation of these videos released tomorrow. Anyway, here's a little bit of a recap. Previously, we took on the champion, contributed to the fall of Team Star, saved Arven's dog, and stopped the professors at the bottom of Area 0. In the first part of the DLC, we met 2 siblings, in Karamine and Kieran. We met an ogre named Ogrepon and outed the Loyal 3 as lies to the entire land of Kitakami. In the second part, we became champion of Blueberry Academy. However, the constant losses were driving Kieran insane, which all culminated when Terapagos went rogue, nearly killing Kieran. We defeat and catch it, and leave a permanent mark on everyone that we've met so far. And I thought that was originally where the story was going to end. But today, we're going to be playing through the epilogue of the game, Mochi Mayhem. Oh hey, before the video starts, sorry for not uploading in a bit. I was very overwhelmed. I made a whole community post if you're curious. Our journey starts back in Kitakami after we receive the mythical Peacha Berry. In Misui Town, we go over to Peachy's and see this dusty old decoration. But then we get a call from an old friend, Arven. We last saw him over a year ago at this point at Area 0. Arven asks if we would like to hang out at our place at Cabo Poco. We head over to Cabo Poco where 2 others seem to be with Arven, Penny and Nimona, the other friends we went down to Area 0 with. They apparently overheard that we were going to hang out, so they tagged along too. We had dinner before we all congregated in my room. My mom, god damn, came up and gave me a letter from Kieran. He went down to the Area 0 underdepths with us to stop Terapagos, the cause of all terrestrialization. Oh yeah! You are absolutely living under a rock if you don't know about this at this point, but here is a definition of screen about terrestrialization. Nimona and Penny both leave to help my mom while I read the letter that Kieran gave me. He's basically asking us if we want to go catch up in Misui Town. He also includes some tickets for our friends as well. Arven also seems a bit jealous of Kieran and wants to thoroughly remind us that he is our best friend. We tell the rest of the gang about the trip, which leads to Arven feeling a little bad for just inviting themselves to the trip. But Kieran did include extra tickets for a reason, so we all plan to meet up later at the gate and break rig for a little bit. Before we go, our mom tells us to stay safe, and we head up to the southern gate. We walk up to the group and Penny seems to be on the phone with her dad, who sounds very familiar. Penny also seems annoyed with her dad, but is quickly silenced by Arven. If you know, you know. Anyway, we set out for the land of Kitakami. We meet the caretaker of the community center, who tells us how our rooms have been taken care of by Kieran, who told the caretaker we would be coming. Arven also seems to really need to drive his point across that he is our best friend. At the house, we get to see Kieran again, who is still 60% onion. He apologizes for not meeting us at the bus stop, saying things have been crazy at home. Nimona makes herself known very quickly and wants to battle. Arven also starts driving his point from before that he is our definitive friend. And apparently Kieran's the enemy. Okay, damn, Kieran catching all the strays. Nimona also can't handle herself and drags Kieran to the battle court. Nimona apparently wiped the floor with Kieran, which, holy shit, you gotta be careful, you're basically poking a wasp nest. Arven and Penny come over and comment on the battle as usual.
Karamine comes over randomly.
Mochi. Some of y'all got problems. Like, y'all got real problems. This shit is not normal. She starts doing the chicken dance out of nowhere, and we carry her out of public to avoid embarrassment. In the aftermath, we ask if Karamine's okay, which Kieran reveals that it all started when the letter was sent. The townspeople are speculating it's a curse. However, there aren't really any more old stories that could explain the curse, as we've already dealt with the Loyal 3 and Ogrepon. We also agree to help Kieran with this whole mess and head back to the community center. Nimona got back from Peachy's and got some soda. We decide to try and find the TV remote. Caretaker hid it somewhere, so we now need to find it. We search the place high and low until we find the remote in a plant. Then Penny starts trying to bribe us, but we notice something. Nimona isn't there. We came to the consensus that she went outside. Kieran and I head out while Arven and Penny wait at the center to see if she comes back. Outside we see 2 workers from the Orchid who are still out. We head up to talk with them. This so-called curse has affected them too. This time though, they seem a lot more aggressive as they attack us. I'm gonna be honest, it was never really a competition. We also realized that the 2 were acting like Karamine, which is really strange. But then we saw Nimona going towards the Kitakami Hall, and we decided to follow her. At the foot of the hall waits Kieran's grandpa. He's here to get Karamine's favorite noodles, but he did also see Nimona. They spoke with her, but before he could tell us, Grandma was holding some mochi, and Gramps ate it. Two of them were also cursed, and of course that means they were very aggressive. Even so, we still wiped the floor with them. It really does seem like everyone's losing it. It's now all starting to get to Kieran's head, and we all know what happens when something gets to his head. However, thanks to this interaction, we were able to find that the mochi is the cause of this. Arvin also called and explained how they were getting worried and went outside, but they got attacked. They seemed to be fine. However, Penny screams at Arvin, and somehow the phone loses reception. We need to get back to PG's. Once we get there, everything seems okay. We learned that Penny panicked and smacked into Arvin, causing him to drop his phone. Penny was also going on about this weird thing. Kieran was right in the riddle of explaining before Arvin spots something on the roof. It spits mochi into Arvin and Penny's mouth. We dodge it from hitting our mouth, and Kieran gets hit in the head though. But it was too late. They swallowed it, and... we need to battle them to calm them down. Throughout the battle, the two seem embarrassed, or at least showing a little bit of themselves again. After the battle, the thing that fired Mochi was booking it away. Kieran began to chase after it to the Loyalty Plaza. At the Loyalty Plaza, we found Nimona, who is also infected. However, we have a bigger problem. The entire town is behind us. We're in a bit of a pickle here. I tell Kieran to watch my back, as I challenge Nimona. She sends out Lichen Rock, which I instantly vaporize with Salad's flower trick. Then she sends out Ryombi, which I take care of with Bitter Blade, and also I heal up. Forgot to switch into a dragon type, so I had to waste a turn. I play rough with Home Depot and take it down. Pawmod is a weird Pokemon because I didn't quite know the type. This led to Doug getting absolutely annihilated. I then sent in Mr. Hands to Earthquake this thing to death. Death is fitting for the name. Goodra comes out and I accidentally use Earthquake, which led to Mr. Hands dying. Home Depot comes out and play roughs it, killing it instantly. Her starter then comes out. I didn't, however, take into account that maybe her Terra type might have changed. But none of that mattered in the first place because I still destroyed her. However, we're not done yet, as the mysterious Pokemon made itself known. It's finally time to challenge it. There were a couple problems that I had. One, I didn't know its type, and two, I forgot to heal, meaning I'd really have to figure something out quickly. I sent in Home Depot to bait it into using a poison type move, which has no effect on it. Yucatan Hammer did not work, and it was very quickly nasty plotting up. And because of this, Home Depot died to a Shadow Ball. I sent out Dragonite and used Aqua Tail, which I thought would work, but didn't at all. However, it was getting low. I went with Dragon Rush, and it crits, killing it. And during its time of weakness, I catch it. The curse began to lift, and everyone started to become normal again. We meet up with Arvin and Penny and explain what happened, but then we walk up to Nimona. But she's just trolling. Okay. And then she says that she thought this was all a dream. Okay, moving on. Karamine comes over and starts bitching about not knowing anything like she usually does, but in the end, we all decide to go to bed. A few days later, and it's time for us to leave. We head outside and see Karamine and Kieran. We begin to say our goodbyes and reflect on the trip. Arvin also finally apologizes for this weird best friend obsession, and we all head back to our respective schools. In the end, we save Masui Town again, for the last time, headed back home. With that, thank you all for watching this series. 6 parts is insane, and I'm glad I was able to cover this game as religiously as I have been. Tomorrow there will also be a full compilation of the series, so make sure you check that out if you want to rewatch all of it. But, for the final time, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next Pokemon game.